Hello, it's Kirsten and welcome to my Pilates studio. And today we are going to do wall Pilates. So what is wall Pilates? Well, you're going to find out. We're going to use a wall to do some of the core strengthening and work on hip opening today and working on our glutes and our low back. So this is a great interim exercise program for people who are getting stronger on the mat, but they're not quite strong enough to lift both legs up off the floor because it's a longer distance. So when our feet are already on the wall, we don't have to lift them quite as far. So let's begin. You're going to find yourself a wall and place your feet on it. Now I've got sticky socks. They have grip on them, or grip socks. And we're gonna lie down on our back. Now there's a couple ways you can have your hips. Some of my clients like it so that their shins are parallel to the floor, their knees are over their hips, but you must ensure that you have a little curve in your low back. This is quite tight position for most people, so we can just kind of scooch back a little bit. So here I've got a little more space now in my hips, and it's easier to find my low back position. We're going to take our hands, we're going to place them down on the ground, and the pinkies are down. To begin, we're going to do leg lift off the wall, so like a marching movement. So we're going to lift one leg up, so the knee is over the hip and our shin is about parallel and down. So we're going to lift up and down. Now I usually do this with a gentle contraction of my pelvic floor. It's quite an easy exercise, so we don't need to really grip a lot. So just gently pulse into the pelvic floor as we lift and then relax. Onto a Kegel lift and relax. Let's do 6 more. Kegel lift and relax. Kegeling lift and relax. Arms are at your side, the neck is relaxed. Keep going. 3. Good. And 2, and 1. Some of you might find this gets very tight in your hips. What you can do is just rock your knees side to side and just release the hips a little bit. The next exercise, we're going to take our legs up the wall. So my knees are straight. Be careful of the back of your knees that you don't hurt yourself. And we're going to take one leg up off the wall and then back down. Again, this is sort of a beginner's level wall Pilates, but it's a nice one for introduction. And back down. Our hands are by our sides, or you can put your hands on your hips because you might find that as you lift one side, your hip really dumps down on that side. So try and keep your pelvis nice and still. You'll find it quite a strong work for your quad. And you might find a stretch in your hamstring as well. Now caution, because a lot of people want to flatten their back with this one and pull up. The hard bit is keeping that curve in your low back and keeping your pelvis nice and neutral. Let's just do a few more. Lifting up, so my quad is working. My knee is straight. Good, let's do one last one. And then walking gently back down. Rock your hips side to side a few times. Okay, and then back to center. Recheck your low back that you have a space. Your feet are still parallel to your knees. You don't want really, really wide feet. We want them so they're in line with your hips. Now, here we go. We're going to do a bridge. So we're going to, this one we're going to curl the pelvis back, rolling back, and then lifting the pelvis up, and then rolling back down. To begin with, we might just do very low bridges. So we're curling back with a Kegel ideally, and then coming up, and then back down. Good, let's try it again. So really place those feet gently on the wall. Curling your pelvis back, curling up to the ceiling, lifting up. Don't get tight in your neck, keep your shoulders open, and then curling back down. Let's do 2 more and add the breath. So we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale. Find your Kegel. Curl your pelvis under. Roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Not too high. And then breathe in here. Exhale. And rolling back down again. 1 more time. Breathe in. Exhaling. Find your Kegel. Rolling the spine up. Breathe in. Exhale and roll the spine back down. And pause. Good. Have a little wiggle. Release some of the tension in your legs. If you're feeling tight in your hamstrings, just take the legs off the wall 1 at a time and then back onto the wall for the next exercise. We're going to work the calves now. So we're going to stay up in that bridge position, but with our feet are going to be in a slight, what we call Pilates V. So my feet will be heels together and toes apart. So here we go. We're going to place the feet on the wall a little bit higher this time than parallel the shins. So you can see I'm walking my feet up just a little bit. We're going to have our hands down by my sides, and I'm going to curl up into my bridge. My hips are level, they're not twisting. And I'm going to go up on my toes and then back down. So the work is happening underneath my glutes here. So heels up onto the toes. Good. Let me concentrate here because I'm wiggling all over the place. There we go. And down. So we're keeping the pelvis still as we can as we roll up and down through the feet. We're going to do about another 8. Up and down. And up and down. So where I feel this is in the calves and in my upper hamstrings. Okay, let's do 3 more after this one. Staying up 3 and 2. Should be getting a little bit tired now. 1 and rolling back down, having a rest. Good. Take 1 leg off the wall, bring your knee to your chest, straighten out the leg a little bit, give yourself a little bit of a roll through the foot, through the ankle. Okay, and then back the other way so that you don't get too tight in your arch, don't get too tight in your foot muscles, don't get too tight in your calf. Back down, other leg comes up, knee to chest. Straighten out the leg a little bit, flex your foot, and doing ankle circles. Crick, crick, crack usually as we roll those ankles around. And then other way, rolling through the feet. Right, just giving it a little bit of a stretch. And then back down. We're going to do a more challenging exercise with this one. We're going to do leg circles off the wall. So from here, we're going to make sure that we are back to our position. We haven't wiggled away. Like I said, my thighs are slightly away from the wall or from, I guess, a perpendicular position. Here we go. We're going to roll up and then we're going to walk up the wall till our legs are straight. Relax the tension out of your upper back. And now we're going to take 1 leg up off the wall, straighten out the leg, do a little half circle and come back down. Take the foot up, off the wall, a little half circle, and then back down. Take the leg off the wall, a little half circle, and then back down. Leg up, off the wall, a little half circle, and back down. We're going to then walk back down the wall and then come back to our resting position. Okay, so a little more challenging. We're going to do that again. We're going to walk up the wall, do 3 half circles on each leg. Here we go. Curling back, walking up the wall till our legs are straight, open through the shoulders, stable through the pelvis. Take 1 leg up, half circle down,
together. And you can see that my circles are really small. I'm not doing really big leg circles. It's quite challenging. So we're just doing little ones. We're just coming up, little half circle and down. That makes us have to stabilize on the other leg so much. Good. Let's do 2 more. Up, little half circle and down. Up, little half circle and down. Now walk those feet back down as you roll back down through your spine and then back to your starting position. We're going to then just do a little stretch. So we're going to take the right leg, take the leg out to the side and then bring it back in. Take the other leg out to the side and then coming back in. 2 more times, out to the side, bringing it back in and out to the side and bringing it back in. Walking your feet down the wall, back onto your mat, rolling over to your side and then coming back up. And there you go. There's a little introduction to a beginner wall Pilates exercise routine. All right, hope you enjoy that one. Take care.